Welcome to the MarcWes Sports Podcast.
Hi, welcome to the MarcWes Sports Podcast. I'm your co-host Marcus Benjamin, along with Wesley here, left or right, or however you're looking at it here on the Zoom. And you probably see the beach too, because we down here in South Florida. It's a beautiful day outside.
That's how
So
we living.
we want to give you the vibes a little bit. Um, this week. I mean, kind of a subpar week when it comes to sports talk, but we still gonna give you the real of what happened during the week and preview NFL picks and get into some other topics. But let's first talk about the Thursday recap. I
The
mean,
debacle.
I mean, damn, like I wasn't expecting that like at all. We both wasn't really expecting no kind of blowout loss for the Patriots. I mean, the Rams, they got that running game like I was saying though, like that running game, running backs are finally healthy. Cam Akers, of
From
course,
FSU.
yeah, it's just out there balling. I mean, like Goof is just like Tannehill, like we said, if he has a running game and he's not pressured, he's effective. So that's exactly what we saw. What was what I was happy about was just the way New England just looked. They just look garbage. They definitely not making the playoffs.
They still
They
kind of in
us
contention,
in the
man, because
playoffs.
they still kind of in contention because I mean they're one game under 500, so the AFC is kind of
Nah,
like
happening, bro.
ups and downs. You got those divisions like the Dallas Cowboys, where the division is so trash, you got a losing record, but you still make the playoffs. I don't think the same thing is with the AFC, but like if they can, be 500 or a little bit over 500, I see them, you know, overtaking like Las Vegas, Raiders, and certain teams that's still kind of in the hunt. I mean, you got the Dolphins. Hopefully, when we win this game, but I think we're one game behind the Bills in rankings as far as with the AFC East. Of course, Kansas City, the team that we're actually playing tomorrow. Um, that's the only real threat that I see. It's Kansas City. I think we could beat the Bills. So yeah, whatever. I think New England still kind of have a shot. I don't want them to have a shot because, of course, like you said, we've been saying they're the evil empire for the longest. It doesn't change. But we both was kind of wrong. Like you said, we both didn't think it was a blowout. I think you chose the Rams. I chose New England because
We both chose the Patriots. I just thought it was gonna be close.
yeah, me too. Me too. Because of Goof, and like you said, Goof, when he has a running game like Tannehill, um, and some time in the pocket, he's gonna do his thing. And that defense is like probably one of the best defenses that I've seen all year, besides the Washington Redskins, besides the Miami Dolphins. Like their defense was on point. So what can I say when you got the incredible Aaron Donald in your
Right.
backfield? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And Cam is just a middle of the road type of quarterback. He's just I don't what was it a 1 year deal that he signed with
Yeah, he signed a 1 year deal. I
so I
mean,
don't think he's even gonna be around next year, to be honest. I think they'll take a risk with a different quarterback, like maybe Sam Darnold or draft somebody next year. You know,
mm,
I don't think they take another risk on Cam Newton because he's so
yeah, me neither. I don't think they, I mean, the question should be like, is he a good fit for the New England Patriots in that system that they run over there? And I'm like, I don't really think it was a good fit from jump. I was telling my homeboy that's a New England Patriots fan, um, unfortunately living in Miami. I was telling him that like, yo, Cam Newton is not an accurate quarterback. Like I kind of said before when he had Kelvin Benjamin from FSU, big receiver, can jump. He's kind of built like a Keyshawn Johnson as far as height wise and being able to get it vertically over a smaller receiver. But he don't have that. He don't have no weapons in New England. I'm not even gonna throw everything on Cam Newton. Right now, like imagine they had somebody that wasn't Cam Newton. I mean, he got benched, and what did you get from the backup? Nothing. You know what I mean? The thing is, you have nothing in New England. I think Bill Belichick. I don't know what Bill Belichick is doing because I thought he was tanking the year. You know what I'm saying? Tanking the year so he could get some assets in free agency and get some assets in the draft. And I don't know what they're doing right now. Like I said, they're one game behind 500. So like you're like picking number maybe 15 somewhere around that in the middle of the draft, in the first round. And I don't think that that's going to get you anywhere. Now Cam, a good fit for Cam, like tell me the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears will be a great fit for Cam Newton.
I
Defense
agree.
is on
Totally
point.
agree.
You feel me? They got some receivers. Running game would be a lot better with Cam on the field also because he's a running quarterback. And we know the Chicago Bears, like they've been built on running and good defense. As long as you don't have a quarterback that's going to go ahead and lose the game for you, and yeah, this is a weird year, 2020. Cam Newton, he hasn't been looking that great. He came off a shoulder injury, and he got thrown into the New England Patriots. It's kind of like what they did to Chad Ochocinco. They sent him there, and like, oh, he didn't know how to read the offense. He didn't know how to, do the playbook. But we know that that's a Hall of Famer right there. So I think that they sent him to New England to die, same like they used to send people to the Raiders and the Browns to die. I
The
think
New
that's
England
what's going
Patriots,
on.
where dreams go to die. Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. Like, but I think Chicago is a really good fit for Cam just because their running backs were hurt this year. Montgomery just came back, and
Exactly.
they don't have Tariq Cohen. He was out like second week or third week. So you bring that running game back, they basically like the Baltimore Ravens
There you go.
again, so they could definitely be in contention in that division. That's a tough division though because you got Minnesota, you got Green Bay, but then you got the sorry ass Lions. It's kind of like the AFC East right now.
Yeah,
You
definitely, definitely,
got a
definitely.
good team in the Bills. You got us, and then you got the Patriots who are like average to below average now, and the Jets suck. So
Definitely.
yeah, I was actually looking ahead to the playoff matchups. It's like right now we would play the Bills. You know, right now we play the Bills in the first round. So I mean, anything can happen in the playoffs. We played obviously the Kansas City Chiefs this week, where we could really see just how great we really are. Because can you imagine? First of all, can you imagine if there wasn't COVID, how lit that stadium would be right now with
Yep.
Tua, and you got the best team in the league, in my
Defending,
opinion,
defending
Super Bowl
Super Bowl
champion.
champions.
MVP Pat Mahomes coming to town. It's not like we going there. That stadium will be lit right now. I'm a little disappointed for the fans, and it kind of takes a little luster off of this game, but I'm still very, very excited for this game to see what Tua can do. Pat Mahomes and I think Andy Reid mentioned this week that they're fans of Tua and what he can do. And Pat Mahomes said that Tua is ahead of where he was in his rookie year. So, the sky's the limit for Tua. The KC defense to me is not that great when it comes to pass rush. They're more so good on the defensive back end with the honey badger back there roaming around. So I feel this is another game where you need Miles Gaskin to go off. You need Miles Gaskin to have a strong game, to have a strong running game for the Dolphins to have a chance because it's gonna be a track meet, man. I mean, we got a good defense and we'll probably hold them a few times, but they're gonna score. Well, let's be honest. They are gonna score and we're gonna have to score too. So I don't know. We'll
I
see
know they're
what
gonna score, but I don't think they're gonna score the way that people think that they're gonna score. I think that the Dolphins gonna win this game. And it has nothing to do with me being a homer. It has something to
course not.
it was a little bit. Well, it really you remember when I told you in the beginning of the season, or even in a few podcasts, I was like, Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes normally start off slow. He normally start off slow. I know he have all these weapons, this, that, and the other, but he starts off slow. He almost lost the Super Bowl because he started off slow. He almost lost the Super Bowl because he threw a late pick. So again, you're going against possibly the best cornerback tandem in the NFL right now. You have the X-Man leading the NFL in interceptions. He should have like 11 or 12 right now. I mean, four, wind up falling out of his hands or whatnot. Now, also, you got Jones on the other side. I don't know what it is about Jones. They keep fucking with the X-Man. Like, what is the Jones doing on the other end where they don't even want to test him? You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if it's like that, you feel me? Like Jones, he's not worried about an interception. He's just gonna swat the ball down. If he can, if it's wide open, cool. Like, how you keep throwing it to X-Man and he's doing his thing? I mean, hey, it
Yeah.
is what it is. Like you said, Patrick.
Well, I was gonna say what it is that Byron Jones, he doesn't even let the receiver get off the line. That guy, he's really good at bump and run coverage. So the receivers is they can't even get into their routes. So that's why like they don't even throw their way. I think X lets these niggas get into their routes so he can get that
Yeah,
interception.
that's what he do. That's what he do. He likes to play possum. He like to make it seem like he's beat. When in actuality, he's just it's kind of how like Dion used to do. You feel me? Dion used the speed to run it down. Now X-Man is using being out of position when really he's in position. The quarterback thinks he's out of position. He throw the ball interception. And he's baiting him perfectly fine. All these quarterbacks. So I think that's exactly what's going to happen. You got Kansas City supposedly supposed to be this unstoppable team, which I think that they're not. I think that they wind up winning a lot close games. It was close against the garbage ass Broncos, and other teams that they played this season. So we know that we have a better cornerback tandem. We have a better defense. We have a better special teams. I think personally, I think the Dolphins, like if healthy, with Preston Williams, with certain people that opted out of because of COVID. I think we're really a better team. I mean, take away Patrick Mahomes, and what you're gonna say? Oh, Hunt. I mean, we got Grant, same fucking player. So at the end of the day, like if the Miami Dolphins could go ahead and do kind of what oh, not just that, but don't they have Kelsey? They have Kelsey, right?
Hell
And we
yeah.
got and we got Gasecki. You feel what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
the thing that I'm saying. Like, I'm like, our tight end is practically like your tight end.
Practically?
You're
You
practically,
mean
that's
like
what I
body
think.
wise?
Huh?
You mean like body wise or like
Body wise, as far as we're not talking about yards, we're not talking like you've been seeing what Gasecki been doing. One hand catches, like
oh
amazing catches. So I mean, if he's in position, I don't think that he's a tight end that's going to drop the fucking ball. He's going to be a tight end that's going to catch it just like Kelsey. They're
yeah.
built kind
I
of the
mean
same. Kelsey is more of a
I think
I-
Kelsey's a little bit more athletic, but I think Gasecki is better at the jump balls. He just be mossing dudes
it's because the
in
motherfucker play volleyball. He play volleyball. He knows what to do with the thing. You feel me? So I don't think it's a big drop off with Kelsey and Gasecki. I think of course Kelsey right now, statistic wise, is the better receiver. You know, but I think that's just because right now Tua is still trying to figure out Gasecki. He's still trying to figure out Parker. So again, I think he had a better rapport with Preston Williams, and you've seen that in the beginning. He kept throwing to Preston Williams, first downs, touchdowns, whatever it is. It's just Preston Williams wind up having a lack of focus and didn't catch the ball right in his chest, right in his hand. So it's a little different. So me personally, with this game, I think the Dolphins, like you said, we need a running game with Miles Gaskin or anybody. Just give us something. Give us something. I don't care who I get it from. Get it from somebody. And piggybacking off what you're saying, if they have no real pass rush, that's good for Tua. He's the most accurate quarterback in NCAA history. So what else do you want? You want an accurate quarterback. We've been yelling for this for the longest since we had Tannehill. We finally got the accurate quarterback. I mean, our O-line, the only thing that kind of is off is the O-line because Eric Flowers wound up getting injured. I wish I would have remembered his name last podcast. I
Oh,
couldn't
Eric
remember his
Flowers.
name.
Yeah. I don't know how the hell I didn't know that, man. But damn.
Exactly. I'm like, guard. He played at
From the
Norland.
green,
I'm like,
dude, went to Norland. I mean, come on, man. I'm tripping on that.
it's all good. Everybody, everybody gonna have one of those days. It was my day. It was your day. We both forgot. So it is what it is. I think right now, if he can be healthy, which I don't think that he's gonna be healthy. I think he's gonna be gone for a few weeks. Hopefully it's an ankle sprain and not a broken ankle. You know, because the way that guy just fucking landed on his fucking ankle, cheating ass bitch, did that on purpose. Go look at the tape. I seen it right when it happened. I'm just like, how does that happen? You know, but and people gonna be like, oh, it's the NFL. Freakish plays happen all the time. Nah, not that. Same with the when even with Tannehill when Tannehill got injured. On with the ACL and MCL and all that shit. The guy dove at his fucking knee, no penalty, none. I still can't believe that game. So it is what it is. I think the Dolphins gonna go ahead and wind up. It's gonna be a close game because, of course, we're still trying to figure out our offense right now. But I do
Final
think the
score.
Dolphins win right now. Low scoring game, 21, 24-21.
Wow, I sure hope it happens, bro. I hope it happens because I would be a happy motherfucker if Kansas City Chiefs. Like, because that means we could still win the division. We could get a home game, playoffs, uh, and just the way that would look, to the rest of the league. Like, wow, the Dolphins beat the Chiefs. I mean, man, uh, I'm not sure if it's gonna happen though, but we'll see. Like, let me break it down. Like, okay, so if I go down like important position by important position, quarterback, I'm giving it to Mahomes.
Of course,
Running game, I'm giving it to Kansas City.
of
Wide
course.
receivers, I'm giving it to Kansas City. O line, I think that's probably around the same. D line, you got to give it to my
Oh, wait. We gotta double back real quick. You think that wide receivers is better than Devontae Parker? I think Devontae Parker.
Tyreek Hill. Come on, man. Tyreek Hill is a beast, and he's better than anybody. He's better than Devontae Parker. You can't deny that. You just being a homer right now, bro. Come
Nah,
on.
I think Tyreek Hill just got speed from him, man. Like I said, Grant,
But
like
I'm
it's.
gonna, I'm gonna include Travis Kelsey in that too. Like I would take Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelsey over Devontae
But is it
Parker.
a big? Is it a bigger drop off? This is a big drop off. You got Tyreek Hill, then you got Grant, Jakeem Grant. You got Gasecki, and then you got Kelsey. You know what I mean? I'm like, I kind of like wash those out. For me personally, because I don't think Kelsey, not Kelsey, but what's his name? Tyreek Hill's gonna be able to like do what he's been doing unless he just outruns him. But our corners are fast.
Yeah.
So, the only way that we wind up losing, you know, Miami been having this this so-called defense where, it's man and they're gonna rush the fuck out of you. And they
Yeah.
have no safeties back there.
Another
So
key is pressure, though. If we can get pressure, we can win. I mean,
I
just
don't
like
want to get
against the
I don't want to
Patriots,
get
we got
pressure.
pressure, we won.
Yeah, but I don't want to get pressure and do like basically what the fucking Jets did. You feel me? At the end of the game, because that's what Miami been doing. We have more people in the box. We have the corners sticking who they got to stick, guard whoever they got to guard, and it's one on one. If you get beat, it's a touchdown. You feel me? So just because they got Tyreek Hill, I'm like, I don't know if we can run that same defense because if he burn you, it's a touchdown.
Right.
Point blank period. So that's my whole fucking kind of uneasiness about that fucking defense with the Dolphins because that defense been giving us pressure on the quarterback, been having us have interceptions because the quarterback don't have no time in the pocket, got to just throw it up. But you're dealing with Patrick Mahomes, and you're dealing with somebody that got like 4.2, 4.3 speed. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I know our corners are fast, but I don't think that they're a 4.2. They're probably like a 4.4. You feel
Right.
me? You still lose when it comes to speed. So
Yeah.
so that's my only thing. That's my only thing that comes down to the game. Cause like you said, the defense is not that great. They only got the Honey Badger and Tyron Matthew. But hey, it is what it is. We'll see.
Yeah.
Again, I gave you my score 24-21. What's yours?
I'm gonna go with the home team too, because I feel like so close. When I just broke down all the positions, I feel like it's real close. But the one that I didn't mention was kicker, and I feel our kicker is better than they kicker.
There you
You
go.
know, they kicker is his last name is Butker, so it sounds like a fuck up. Butker, like
Yeah,
nah,
lying.
nah,
Yeah,
I'm going with
lying, kid.
my boy Sanders, right? I think his
Yeah.
last name is
Mhm.
Sanders. He is going to be, that guy to be the difference. So I think the Dolphins win the game, last second field goal, give me 27-24 Dolphins. So
27-24 Dolphins. So we basically got the same shit. All right, it's cool. I don't mind.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, hopefully that happens. We'll see. Another one of my teams that well, actually, I'm just gonna jump straight into my suicide pick of the week.
Okay.
And we'll double back on the other games.
Okay. Okay.
My
Okay.
suicide pick, because I mentioned the name Sanders, and then it just triggered something. I was like, and I was like, damn, that's something we want to talk about. So I just want to talk about real quick with the suicide pool. I'm rolling with the Tennessee Titans this
I
week.
would too.
I'm expecting them to bounce back from that loss to the Browns, because really they just let some big plays happen. And it's not like Nick Chubb didn't really go off until like the end of the game. And
Trying to waste time.
Nick Chubb to me, he's like my favorite running back to watch. Maybe him, Dalvin Cook, and Kamara. Those are my favorite running backs to watch. Because to me they're really exciting. They love contact. They can catch the ball out of the backfield. But of course, Derrick Henry is the one who gets the most yards. And he also wears you out at the end of the game too. I love Derrick Henry as well. The only reason why I don't like him is because he went to Alabama, but he's from Florida. He went out to Yulee, which is kind of, Central Florida, dominated in high school, won the Heisman, obviously, won a championship. So I feel he is by far and away, not by far and away, but to me, he's the best running back right now. If I had to draft a quarterback like fantasy, I would definitely draft Derrick Henry number one, just because he gives you so much. He doesn't give you a lot in the passing game, which is what you get from boys like Kamara and Cook. But just the simple fact that you have a hammer up the middle that's going to come. And if you have one missed tackle, he's got enough speed to take it to the house.
Yeah, what
So
does he run? Does he run like it look like he run like a 4.4?
I feel like he runs a 4.3 or something like that.
God damn.
Yeah, he's
Imagine
fast.
this, guys, our
He's a
listeners,
tough
our
spot.
loyal fans. The guy's like maybe like 260, maybe 240. What?
Something like that. I'll look it up. But like
Yeah,
he
look that up. He's like 240, let's just say between 240 and 260. And he's running a 4.3, a 4.4, running towards you with a full head of steam. Like, are you
yeah.
gonna really try to tackle that motherfucker?
Uh,
Like, nah, I'm not gonna tackle you. I'm sorry, I don't care.
he's
I'm not gonna
six
be a
three.
highlight on it. Yeah.
He's 6'3". He runs a 4.5.
He runs a 4.5. Okay,
Runs a 4.5,
still,
and he's 240.
damn,
So yeah, 6'3", 240, and can run a 4.5. Damn. You can run a 4.5 at 240.
that's
That
what I'm
that
saying.
that's crazy. But yeah, I hopefully they'll just blow out the Jaguars, even though I do think it's going to be a somewhat close game, because that's how these games happen, and it's a divisional game. So usually divisional games are usually close. but it was either them or the Saints, and I don't know about the Saints. I feel like they're gonna figure out Taysom Hill at some point,
Me too.
and then Jalen Hurts. Yeah, I mean the Eagles been trash, but Jalen Hurts is finally gonna start, and I feel like he might do something. It's his first start. He looked pretty good in that second half, last game. So it was a little bit too scary for me. If Drew Brees was playing, then I would fuck with the Saints. But I still got the Saints later. So hopefully after this week, I use the Saints next week, and I can ching ching cash that
Okay.
check, baby.
Okay. Now, you was talking about Derrick Henry for a while. I'm not even really gonna talk about the game because I know Tennessee's gonna whoop the Jags. It's a no brainer. But I was thinking, Derrick Henry is one of the, if not the best running back. I heard you saying the Kamaras, the Dalvin Cooks. You like the way they actually kind of look. I feel you. I'll throw Saquon Barkley in there also, even though we didn't get to see too much of him. Um, but who would you kind of consider the greatest running back of all time? One, and who would you consider the best looking, not physically wise, but as far as like overall package running back of all time? So two questions.
Okay, I
Who's
got
the
you.
greatest on running back of all time, and who basically give you the like who you feel like, even though you got the greatest, like this motherfucker is just like hands down could have been the greatest if he kept playing, if he this or if that, whatever. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go by what I know too, first off, because I'm not gonna name no old football player that I ain't never seen before. Just from what I seen from my eyes, the best running back of all time to me is Barry Sanders, bro.
Oh, you feel me?
It's Barry Sanders, dog, because I was alluding to it with Jason Sanders, our kicker. So Barry Sanders to me is the best running back of all time. For one, he's the only running back to run for 2,000 yards in college and 2,000 yards in the pros. He's the only running back to do that. So I feel like, and he won the Heisman. Yeah, he was on a sorry ass team in Detroit and he didn't win no rings. And he also retired early, which broke my heart as a kid because Barry Sanders is that's the poster I literally had in my room, bro. Was
I
Barry
got his
Sanders.
I got his
You know?
actual football card. I still got his football card here.
Wow.
And I
See,
got, matter of fact, I got a Deion Sanders rookie card. So
wow.
yeah, but yeah, you
But yeah,
know,
yeah. Barry Sanders to me is my number one running back. He was just exciting. I mean, yeah, he had a lot of negative yards because he was always trying to hit the home run. It's just like a home run hitter. A home run hitter is gonna have a lot of strikeouts because they trying to hit a home run every time. So
mhm.
that's what he was trying to do. And most of the time you would see this boy run for a touchdown or a long run that would win the game or potentially change the game every game. So Barry Sanders to me, my number one running back of all
Okay,
time. But
okay,
yeah, so the to answer the second question, it for me, it's Marshall Faulk, bro. Marshall Faulk is the player. I feel like he kind of changed the game when it came to catching the ball and running it. To me, overall, as a running back, he gave you everything that you needed as a running back. He was when you say all around, this means it's a running back that I could see lining up in the slot or you know catching a screen pass for a long run, which is things that running backs do, and of course blocking, which is kind of a unsung talent that these running backs do is blocking, pass blocking. So out of all of that, you got give me Marshall Falk and those St. Louis or LA Rams, whatever they were, St. Louis Rams they were
mhm.
back in the day. And he's got a ring as well. So I take Marshall Falk, Barry Sanders. Those are my two favorite running backs of all time.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and the greatest running back of all time, short lived, Bo Jackson.
Bo
Bo
Jackson, I can't
Jackson.
argue with that. I can't argue with that at all. He's like Biggie, you know what I'm saying? He's like Biggie arguably had the two best albums ever. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like a lot of running backs ain't never had like a season like he had, and the fact that he played two sports, I can't argue with that at all, man.
So the
Yo, you seen
first,
his 30 for 30?
oh yeah, of course. What you mean? Come on, man. Like, come on, man. How that's gonna be my greatest running back of all time? Watch the 30 for 30. I had to. You feel me? I like the way he be doing with the bow and arrows, hunting and all that. I love all that. I'm like, yeah. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, okay. But yeah,
Bo
I
knows.
mean, that was Bo knows. He definitely like, come on, man. And that's crazy because when I was younger, you didn't have social media like that. You didn't have um, the different avenues to get information from a different team when we were younger. So when he got injured, I didn't even know he got injured. I was young. Yeah, you watch football too, but you was not the Marcus that we see right now. You had a lot of stuff that you had going on. And if I'm talking about age, I'm like we still probably was playing fucking outside, playing, like 7, 8, 9 years old, 10 years old type shit. So um yeah, he gave you everything. He gave you the speed. He gave you the size. He gave you the catching. He gave you everything. Like
Yeah.
I'm like he didn't really
He
need
was
to cut back because he
he
can
was
run
the
your ass
Derrick
over.
Henry. He was the Derrick Henry before Derrick Henry.
Exactly. With a like a 4.3 speed. 4.3, 4.4.
Yeah.
So I think that's it was short lived, like you said, you got Biggie, had his two albums, unfortunately,
Yeah.
he
It was
wound up
short
passing
lived.
away. And same thing with Bo Jackson's freak fucking accident, and he wound
But
up
but if you look at it though, man, like if that injury would have happened now, he would have been back playing.
he would have been good.
He would have been back playing. Look at Adrian Peterson came back, gave
Look
you
at
two
Tua.
thousand yards. Yeah, look at Tua. I mean, come on, man. Like he would have been back. It was just a unfortunate time that he got hurt like that.
Exactly. So that's my number one running back of all time. Then um, second, the guy that has everything, kind of like Bo Jackson, but a little bit more elusive, kind of like Falk, but before Marshall Falk, he's Marshall Falk 2.0 before Marshall Falk was even thought of. And that's the great Barry Sanders.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I mean? Barry Sanders, like I don't see anybody coming close to the cutbacks. I kind of was like, you had I had Rod Smith in my head also, from the Rod Smith from the Vikings that wind up
Oh,
retiring.
Robinson.
Exactly. Robert Smith.
Yeah.
He wound up retiring early. Like every time I never played with the Vikings in Madden at that time, but every time I went on that team, he was a 99. You know what I'm saying? And when I did actually see him here and there, like he was like the best player on the field. But going back to Barry Sanders, like, come on, man. He won a garbage team. You feel me? The only reason why they was in contention for anything, you feel me, was because of him. Quarterback sucked, had nothing around him. Coach sucked. You knew that they was running, and he still found a way to get these 2,000 yards, like you said. Like we
Yeah.
know you're running the ball for a fact. You feel me? And like, come on, man. You seen what happened to the Patriots on Thursday? They know they have no passing game. Just stop the running game, and they stopped it. And that was with the defense really being um you know what they it was a different time. You got different shit. But again, going back to it, I'm like, damn, motherfucking Barry Sanders, man. He could pass, he could catch the ball, he can motherfucking be on one side of the field, juke all the way back to the other side of the field and take it back to the crib.
Yeah.
He did what Lamar Jackson was doing before Lamar Jackson was doing Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
He just was a running back. He like I don't know, like it's like he was the fucking Atari joystick. You know how they say Lamar Jackson? He's a video game. How he done juke like three or four individuals and just like did his thing. That was Barry Sanders. The only difference is he juked the whole team. 7 niggas in one play. I'm like, God, what the fuck? People going crazy for Lamar Jackson for juking the shit out of those 3 people and doing that spin. Look, Barry Sanders been doing this. And if he would have stayed, like Jesus, there's a few running
Yeah,
backs that could have done probably the same. You got Ricky Williams, you got a lot of people that wind up not getting it. We wind up not seeing their full potential because of whatever they had going on. Wind up passing away, wind up getting injured, or the NFL just didn't like them and didn't like them on smoking marijuana. And funny how the government just decriminalized marijuana, so Ricky Williams probably should have still been in the league also. So yeah, that's my two. You got
yeah,
Bo Nose and Bo Jackson, and you
yeah.
got the great Hall of Famer Barry Sanders. Fuck it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Yeah, one of the best running backs that you mentioned was Saquon Barkley. As far as running backs right now, Saquon Barkley. Yeah, to me he's like kind of the closest to like Barry Sanders' style. Where he juke people like out of their shoes. Out of their cleats. But unfortunately, we didn't see him this year. But the Giants, man, they are like a surprise team right now. They are leading their division right now. They would go into the playoffs. Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
sorry ass division. They only got 5 wins and you're leading division, so it's a sorry ass division. But they've been playing a lot better. Their defense has been playing pretty well. And like I told you during the last podcast, it's Colt McCoy right now. The Colt McCoy right out there that's playing quarterback for the Giants because Daniel Jones has a hamstring injury. So this week they take on the Arizona Cardinals. I mean it's an interesting game because both teams really need to win because although the Giants are winning that division, they're only one game in front of Philly and the Cardinals have been on kind of a losing streak right now. Lost a couple of games. They haven't won a game since that miracle against the Bills. So they looking kind of suspect to me. If you ask me, it seems like this is a game that the Giants probably should win, but I don't think they do win because I feel like the Cardinals finally bounce back. What you got to think about in betting. I'm gonna give you some Benjamin Report a jewel right now. What you have to think about in betting is that these are human beings. These are men that have been competing all their life and they hate losing. So what happens when you lose a game, Wes, or anything, or lose anything? The next time you go out there,
Oh,
you try hard as
oh
fuck
yeah.
to win.
Hmm.
And if you lost 2 games, especially you still in contention, you still have something to play for, you are going to try really hard to win because that bad taste in your mouth of losing is in your mouth and you trying to get it out. And I feel like this is the week the Arizona Cardinals get that bad taste out of their mouth. Kyler Murray, he had a couple of weeks to kind of get healthy here. He hasn't been 100%. I feel like he's more healthy at this point to get Arizona a victory. I think it's going to be a close game though because like I said, the Giants defense. But I think this is a week where Colt McCoy turns back into Colt McCoy. You
The real
know,
Colt McCoy.
where he
Please
turns
stand up.
back into yeah, where he turns back into a pumpkin after being Cinderella for a week or so. I just think this is the week. Hopefully that's not the case, because I still kind of root for the Giants, but I don't think this is the week. And I think Arizona gets a victory 27-21.
Okay. I do agree with the all the points that you made. Of course, you got the, two injured quarterbacks. One can't play and one can play. And Kyler Murray, like you alluded to earlier, he's injured. I think it was a labrum injury. I don't know how long it takes for a labrum injury, but I remember like I injured my shoulder not too long ago, and it took a little while for it to get back to me not even thinking about it and forgetting I got injured. However, I got injured. I think I slept wrong, but um,
Yeah.
I think that the Cardinals going to go ahead and do exactly what you've been saying. I mean, they need to win this game. Of course, like you said, Phillies trailing the Giants by 1 game, right? So and it would be kind of bad for them to have a quarterback change, and um, let Philly back in, because I think Philly, possibly can win, because normally when they fire a coach or make a quarterback change, it normally give a little spark to whatever team, and they normally wind up winning. And you don't got that much film on Jalen Hurts, so whoever is planning on defending him don't have too much besides college tape to go on. So I do think that the Giants gonna fight. Think it's gonna be a close game, but I think Kyler Murray is going to go ahead and pull it off. I mean, like you said, I don't like losing at all. I don't like losing arguments. I don't like losing shit. And especially I don't like losing time. You know, but again, when it comes down to it, I don't think the Cardinals want to waste this time and this opportunity that they have right now. Yeah, they've been losing it recently, but of course they can go ahead and be like, look, our head, meaning you take the head out, meaning the quarterback, the rest of the body fall. And the head was not 100%. He was about 70%, give or take. I think if they had a reasonable backup like the Miami Dolphins and Fitzpatrick, they probably would have sat him, but they don't have that, unfortunately. So they have to start him. And I think that they're going to pull this off. I think it's going to be a close game, like you said. But I do think it's going to be a score of 28-25 Cardinals.
Okay. All right, so let's just move on to the next game here. Vikings and the Bucks. It's an interesting game because it's crazy for me to say, but Kirk Cousins and Tom Brady, they're kind of like the same quarterback right now.
Right now,
Which is crazy because
intercept machines.
yeah, like they're just inconsistent. Both very overrated at this point, both overpaid in my opinion, especially Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins has a ridiculous contract. I'm shocked. I don't understand like why he's got this big contract. So yeah, they're two teams that are relatively exactly the same. But the difference to me, of course, is a running back that we talked about earlier in this podcast, and that's Dalvin Cook. I feel like Dalvin Cook is the X factor in this game. Both teams need to win. Both teams are either in the playoffs or right there in the hunt.
Uh-huh.
So they both need to win. But I think this is a game that the Vikings win just because they have that boy in Dalvin Cook. These are two very similar teams where they can both be very explosive. The Vikings got the rookie from LSU, Jefferson, who's been balling out. And then you got Adam Thielen, who's been, over there doing the gritty, I mean, they got the weapons, they got weapons over there where they could score points. And the Bucks, yeah, we know about the Bucks, but I'm still waiting to see this explosive game from them to make me fear them, and I haven't seen it yet. And the season's almost over, so I don't feel like the Bucks are a contender. I've been saying that for a couple weeks now. I feel like the Vikings are slightly more of a contender to me than the Bucks. So I think this is a close game, and I think it is relatively low scoring. So I think a 19-17 win by the Vikings.
And I agree also. I mean, I think it's going to be low scoring. Um, I mean, everybody know in December you need a good running game. And I don't know what's up with going on with the Bucks. Like I said, I think it's they're going through a little turmoil between the coach and the starting quarterback and Tom Brady, Tom Shady. I think that they're force feeding shit. They're force feeding deep balls. They're not doing what Tom Brady likes. Like I've been saying, they don't use the running game the way they're supposed to use the running game because they're trying to pass all day. You know what Bruce Arians like doing. and I think that's going to be the detriment to their team.
I
You know, I
totally
think I think that the Vikings are going to go ahead and try to give us a balanced offense, more so with the running compared to the passing. You know, because like you said, Alex Smith. You know, like he's not trying to lose this shit. He's not trying to lose the game. I'm gonna go ahead and manage the game. I'm just here to not lose the game. Let me go ahead and give this to Dalvin Cook. You know, in the beginning, you know, give him a little a heavy dose of Dalvin Cook in the beginning, and then second half probably we're gonna go ahead and be killing you with Teelam, whatever his name. I think that's the reason why they got rid of Stephon Diggs and sent him to the Buffalo Bills because Teelam, he's like even the last few years, I just like, damn, boy, like you know how they say white man can't jump? Like, God, I like this dude is like, yo, he's doing
yo.
everything. He's catching the
Yeah, you
ball,
seen
he's
that catch last
elusive.
week?
Huh?
You seen that catch he made last week?
Yeah, yeah, man. Like
Like, kid is balling, man. He's
balling
balling.
out of this world, you know, and this is somebody that I don't even think people was even looking at him in college like that. You know, he came out of
Yeah,
nowhere. You know what I
I
mean?
don't.
And if they did, you know, they didn't big him up on ESPN, you know, let me know about him because I knew nothing about him until the last few years, you know, and that's because, you know, they had him and Stephon Diggs. And we know about Stephon Diggs, what he did to the Miami Dolphins early on in the season. You know, I don't know if he did that just because you know, our backfield wasn't as healthy, you know. But still, regardless of the fact, he was going against the X Man, and he still was doing his thing. And you know, the X Man is Pro Bowler, best cornerback in the NFL right now. He still was able to get his. So going back to the Minnesota Vikings, like Dalvin Cook is gonna represent. You know, he's gonna represent. Um, where are they playing? They playing in Minnesota or are they playing in Tampa Bay?
I don't know. Let me see.
If they're playing in Tampa Bay, then that's gonna give Dalvin Cook more reason to win.
To Tampa
Because
Bay, yeah.
damn, where did he go to school? He went to school in FSU. You know what I'm saying? So he's kind of coming back home, you know,
Homecoming.
and you know, a lot of people didn't fuck with him. You know, it was, you know, they didn't want to pay him his money, you know, all type of fuck shit. You know, they finally gave him his money, and he's showing like this is the reason why I'm supposed to pay a motherfucker like me. You feel me? Don't have me retire like Barry Sanders. You feel me? Don't not give me weapons around me like they did Barry Sanders. You
Right.
know, give me something. And he got Thielen. You know, I don't
Yeah.
think Alex Smith is the quarterback of the future, but we
Kirk
know
Cousins.
that he is a
You mean Kirk
like
Cousins, right?
yeah, I mean Kirk Cousins. What am I saying?
Yeah.
You feel me?
They
Kirk
almost like the same quarterback. That's why.
yeah, Kirk Cousins, Alex Smith, all they got the same thing. Micromanagement the quarterback because you know that he's a fuck up. You know, Kirk Cousins like um when he played for I mean, wasn't he in
He was in Washington.
he was in Washington
Yeah.
and they got rid of him. You know, he was kind of the umbrella, the safety net, you know, when they drafted their original quarterback. But um again, you do not need to do much when you got somebody like Dalvin Cook in the backfield. Like, I mean, I hated him when he played for FSU. He killed the University of Miami. You see us back there,
Yeah.
and you know it's kind of a homecoming for him. You know, and I think
And
that
from Miami Central as well.
exactly another team that we're probably going to go ahead and talk about later on in the Benjamin report. But
Yeah.
but but yeah, I think that Minnesota's just going to go ahead and beat them. It's going to be a low scoring game because Tom Brady's not going to do what he normally do. Well, let me change that. He hasn't been doing what he normally do for the last 5 weeks. So let me take that back because he lost 5 games straight. You know, so I think this is basically gonna be a loss, and now you're gonna see the rumblings about Bruce Arians. You're gonna see rumblings about is Tom Brady like a has been, you know, and I think this is the perfect place, Florida, to do that. You know, perfect. I don't care if it's the Jaguars. I don't care if it's the Dolphins. I don't care if it's the well, if Tampa Bay, if you know Tom Brady was not in Tampa Bay. Even if it was Tampa Bay, Any team to make New England or Tom Brady lose, I'm loving my life. And that's how I'm gonna go. That's how we rocking over here. So we're gonna go ahead and switch topics to the next game. You got the Colts versus the Raiders. The Raiders. How do you feel about the Raiders, Marcus? Like, I mean,
Happy that they won the game last week,
yeah,
but I don't feel good about them at all.
oh,
They look terrible the past 2 weeks. They got
thank you.
blown out by Atlanta. Like Atlanta is not going nowhere as far as the playoffs is concerned. And then they looked pedestrian against the Jets and were lucky to win that game. So I don't feel good about them at all. But at the same time, what Kansas City Chiefs one loss was against,
The Las Vegas Raiders.
which just means like, okay, so if they have the right game plan,
I'm not giving them no fucking credit on
and
that.
the other thing too, I think is what they are missing is Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is one of the is Alabama, also an Alabama former Alabama running back. He is underrated. He's a young running back that doesn't get a lot of love because they're on the West Coast and not a lot of people see West Coast games. But he's been hurt for the past couple of weeks, and they missed him. Derek Carr is another one of those Alex Smith, Kirk Cousins type of quarterbacks. Tannehill type of quarterback, where he needs a running game or he needs to be protected consistently to be effective, and he hasn't been getting that. So I don't know if Josh Jacobs is back for this game, but the Colts got a really good defense, and I feel like they have been playing a little bit subpar, like the Titans have been lately, and I feel like they really want to get a win, and like the Cardinals as well. I feel like they really want to get a win more so than the Raiders. The Raiders, I think they feel blessed to be where they are. We do have the Raiders later on in the season. I like the Dolphins' chances in that game,
Of course.
just because we can fluster the quarterback and, we can, just make it a problem for their offense if they don't have a running game. So I like the Colts in this game. Although I think it's gonna be about a touchdown game. I don't think it's gonna be, like a field goal. I think the Colts bounce back and, just kind of make it uneasy for Tennessee in that division, because I think they're tied with the same record. I think Tennessee just has the tiebreaker.
Okay.
So they're right there in the race. They're another team that potentially could play the Dolphins in the first round. We'll see how everything kind of plays out in the end. But I think the Colts pulled this one out by a touchdown. I think it's going to be kind of a slow, low scoring game too. I say 2014 Colts.
Okay. I'll agree. Not on this on the final score, but I do think the Colts can go ahead and beat the Las Vegas Raiders. I mean, like again, like you said, like they had to get a fucking lucky ass play. It was not even lucky. I think it was all planned. 'Cause of course, the Jets want to get sunshine in the first pick. So like you lost to the garbage ass Jets. Like the Jets is like dysfunction on top of dysfunction right now this year. You know, Adam Gase is lying about, oh, is your offensive coordinator calling the plays or you? And then they got videotape of you actually calling the plays because the offensive coordinator is having conversations with somebody with his hands folded, nowhere near you. Don't have no plays in his hand, nothing. And you just lie, like you just like the epiphany, the epitome of a liar, a pathological liar, just lies for no reason. You should just tell the truth. So again, you lost to that team. So again, whatever respect I had for you in the beginning of the season for beating Kansas City, again, it was in the beginning of the season when you actually won. So I don't even give you no credit with that because I feel like, some people, again, that team starts off slow. I've been saying that, they start off slow and they got a loss from you early in the season. That don't fucking count for me, knowing that this is a funny year with COVID, and people can have training camp and the regular practices that they have, and they're getting coached via Zoom. You know, like it's different. You know, I mean, when I'm with the kids around in my neighborhood, like it used to be kids was in school and wanted to go home. Now kids are home and want to go to school. So I kind of feel exactly what Kansas City's feeling right now. You know, especially the way that when you won, you had a victory lap around their stadium. What a fucking idiot! It's not no fucking Super Bowl. What the hell is going on over here? So the Colts are gonna go ahead and whoop your ass. They got the balanced
Wait, who
offense,
got a victory lap?
huh?
Who got a
Las Vegas Raiders when they beat
victory?
Kansas City. They did a victory
Oh,
lap around the fucking stadium, like they just won the Super Bowl. And Andy Reid was so pissed off. Like, what are you? Who does that? Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Chucky, calm down, man. Calm down. You know. So that's another thing that I didn't respect. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe if it was the New England Patriots, you feel me, the evil empire, or if it was Tom Shady. But like, come on, man. You did it to Kansas City. Like, come on, man. Who doesn't like Andy Reid? You feel me?
yeah.
Like, I mean, like, come on, man. Nice guy. You got Patrick Mahomes, nice guy. They don't gloat. They don't do none of that shit. You feel me? And that's the team that you trying to fucking throw shit in their face. You fucking idiots. You feel me? So me, I don't like the fucking Raiders. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Colts. Balanced team, balanced offense, balanced defense. You know, they didn't look too good when what didn't they beat the Tennessee Titans or they lost?
I think they won one and lost one.
Okay. So and what have we been saying about the Tennessee Titans? They're a balanced team. You feel me? The offense is balanced. They got the running game. They got the passing game. Their defense is not the greatest defense, but their defense is balanced. You know, as long as you one of these top ranking defenses make it the playoffs, then you good. So again, if the Colts wind up winning and losing one to a team that we say have a balanced offense and a balanced defense, then I know exactly what they're gonna do to the team that fucking practically got a Christmas present last week in the fucking Jets. So I'm not gonna go too much
That's
into it,
exactly what
and I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Colts gonna whoop your ass 28-14.
it is. I bet. So we'll move on to the Bills and the Steelers. We talked about Adam Thielen a little bit.
Mhm.
Adam Thielen played with Stephon Diggs last season for the Vikings. It's still baffling to me why they even let Stephon Diggs go. I guess it was, he wanted to get paid or whatnot. But Diggs is definitely showing his worth as far as, how great he really is. He's one
Oh
of the
yeah,
top five, I would say, receivers right now in the
this
league.
motherfucker is digging a hole for your ass, and then he's gonna throw your ass in that motherfucker and bury your ass. His
And then
motherfucking
forget
last
about
name speaks for itself.
Yeah, and then just forget about you. So I like what I see from Stephon Diggs. I've had him on my fantasy team all year. I drafted him and
You
for the
lucky
low,
motherfucker,
like
you.
unfortunately,
You a lucky
unfortunately,
motherfucker.
unfortunately, that team didn't work out, but whatever. So yeah, I've been watching them all year, and I like what the Bills are doing. I mean, as far as what I see, I don't like what they're doing because they're in our division, obviously. But as far as what I see from their quarterback, they got a solid two young running backs, both from the crib, by the way. Zach Moss from Hollandale, Devin Singletary from Atlantic.
We've been
Uh,
saying that a lot lately, man. There's a lot of niggas from the crib in the league. What you
Of
mean?
course, you already know, man. It's a hotbed down here. But yeah, so they got the running backs. They got a pretty strong defense. They got that draft pick from Houston, who I always liked from college, and they got decent defensive backs. They just seem like a balanced team, like we've been talking about. They are definitely a balanced team, and Josh Allen, if he continue to progress and limit his mistakes, don't make any sophomore mistakes like sometimes he does, then this is a team that can win. And I feel like they win against the Steelers. I think the Steelers catch another L in a row. I mean, I got the champagne in the back because the Steelers lost. This was it this week? I mean, these weeks are
Last
crazy.
week, last week, last week.
Last week.
Was it this week? I don't know. I don't know. They keep changing the fucking schedule, so I don't
You
fucking
know,
know.
but yeah, last time we saw the Steelers, I feel like was against Washington. Because it was midweek. That's why it was
Yeah, it
crazy.
was on a Wednesday. Never ever in history has he had an
And
NFL game on Wednesday.
yes, and it was in an afternoon, I think, too.
Yeah, it was like 3 o'clock.
Yeah, this COVID year is just
Bullshit.
fucking up everything. But yeah, that was the last time we saw the Steelers, and I didn't believe in the Steelers, and you didn't believe in the Steelers either. As far as them being a contender long term, and I think this is another game that's going to show that they are not a contender because they have an inconsistent running game. Reason why too is because James Conner hasn't really been in the game. They've been relying on the rookie Snell, I think, from Kentucky. But James Conner is provided with them with a little bit of balance. But they and shout out to Conner too, man. That dude beat cancer and came back and is still playing football, which is crazy. Yeah, as soon as they can establish another running game, to me, they can be competitive. But until that happens, you're gonna have Ben Roethlisberger throwing 50 passes. That's not gonna work against the Bills. I feel like the Bills actually win this game easily. I'm gonna go 2 touchdown type of game. Give me 31-19.
Okay. And I agree, man. I'm like the fucking um, Pittsburgh Steelers are trash this year. I know that people gonna be like, how they trash when they only lost one game? Shut the fuck up, Wes. How am I watching your show? You feel me? Nah, because like who the fuck did you play? You ain't play nobody fucking serious. You feel what I'm saying? And the game, and you won a lot of games, you feel me, like late in the game. You feel me? If you this high powered offense and not even high powered offense, you're so great in your because they say Kansas City's the high powered offense. When you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's like, what can you say about them? Your defense is not that great. Your offense is not that great. I can't really name too many people on your defense right now. Can't really name too many people on your offense right now.
Come on,
The
man.
people that
They got some players on defense. They got
who?
TJ Watt. TJ
Yeah, yeah,
Watt.
yeah, 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 yeah. TJ Watt, TJ Watt. Besides him and besides Fitzpatrick, who else?
They had Bud Dupree, who got hurt. He had an ACL.
Injury. He got injured last week. Who
Yeah,
else?
that's all I got.
You
That's all I got. I don't
feel
got
me?
nobody else on that defense.
Oh man, you got Fitzpatrick, which is, it is what it is. I'm happy you're gone anyway because people that ain't loyal to the Dolphins, I need you out of this motherfucker. That's one. Two, motherfucking TJ Watt, who is probably being nominated right now for Defensive Player of the Year, but I don't think it's you. I think it's the X-Man with the Miami Dolphins. Okay, cool. And you got Dupree, who got injured last week and tore his ACL. So you're gone for the year. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna do nothing. Offense. Can you name the wide receivers? Juju Smith. You're getting double now. You're getting double now. You're not the same person as last year because Antonio Brown is not there.
They
So
still got
so are you really a number one receiver?
they got the rookie Claypool who's been balling too.
Rookie. Like, come on, man.
He's
No.
good, man. From what
He's
I
good,
see,
but not good enough to be popping off the TV screen and being like, "Yo, Wes, I'm over here. You don't see me? ESPN, I'm over here. You don't see me? Nah, no, 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 no. You're good. You gotta be good because you're in the NFL. But you're not doing what fucking Hopkins is doing, Devontae Parker is doing,
of course not.
Gesicki's doing. You're not doing that. You're a rookie, so you still got you're a little pup. You still got time. I'm not gonna say that you're trash, but again, right now you have an um old quarterback that like to steal things. You feel me? Allegedly, from women, allegedly,
Allegedly.
and you got an organization which is people want to say is not dysfunctional, but they're dysfunctional. They're dysfunctional because Antonio Brown leaked all that bullshit about them being dysfunctional. I mean, just because the public doesn't know, that doesn't mean you're not dysfunctional. You're dysfunctional. You got Antonio Brown beefing with Ben Roethlisberger, burglar. You got you got Mike Tomlin, going at it with Antonio Brown. You got you got Juju Smith going through it with Antonio Brown. I mean, regardless of the fact that you only lost one game, like you still got Antonio Brown in the back of your head because Juju Smith and the wide receivers are like, damn, I know he was a cancer to the team, but damn, man, right now, if he was on this team right now, will be really, really good.
Yeah.
And the reason why people thinking that we're really, really good is because our record. But look, like, come on, man, you're a boring team to watch right now. There's nothing that pops out the screen when I see you guys. We're talking about the defense right now. The defense, like, what about the offense? So when it ultimately come down to you guys, I think you guys are gonna go ahead and lose to the Bills because the Bills been doing their thing. Stephon Diggs been killing motherfuckers, and he killed the motherfucking defensive player of the year in the X-Men. Like, I'm like, God damn, like, I was getting so mad. I'm like, damn, is X-Men trash? Is he, I'm like, I don't know, but again, you got um the Buffalo Bills. They're moving like a well-oiled machine right now. Their young quarterback is coming into his own. He got a big body. He's built like Ben Roethlisberger. So if he want to tuck in and run, he can. You know, which I think he is going to actually do because your fucking defense is not that great. Besides T.J. Watt, and Fitzpatrick, like, come on, man, yeah, y'all don't have anyone. You know. Also, when it comes down to it, like their corners, when I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't know that they, I'm so used to the Buffalo Bills being trash. So when we did play them, I didn't give them no type of shot. I was like, man, fuck them niggas. Them niggas trash. You feel me? And then when I seen them on the field, I'm just like, damn, yo,
Yeah.
Wes, what the fuck is going on? So they got young corners, but they're real good. Got a young defense, which is real good. They got a young quarterback, which is real good. All of them are elevating at a point right now. Kind of like what Patrick Mahomes said about Tua. He's ahead of schedule. All of them. The Buffalo Bills right now is ahead of schedule. I don't know if it was just because Stephon Diggs, putting that spark, under that offense where you could just throw it up and he's gonna run under it. Trust me, he got the speed. You know, um, I'm gonna go ahead and say the Buffalo Bills gonna go ahead and dominate this game, 32-21.
All right, cool. I mean, the Bills, they did make the playoffs last year. I don't think people even remember. They did make the playoffs. They lost in the first round in a game that they should have won, but Deshaun Watson came back out of nowhere and won that game. But yeah, they are building, and we just gotta knock them off once we play them later in the season. It's one of those big games that the Dolphins do have later in the season. And they got KC this week, they got the Raiders later, they got the Bills later, they got the Patriots later. So that's an interesting last few games to really see what we got, for the future. One of those teams that will be likely making the playoffs as well is the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns will be playing the Baltimore Ravens this week,
Other
which
Pittsburgh Steelers.
they're what?
They're another Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, I can see that because they are kind of one dimensional. But they're one dimensional is the opposite of Pittsburgh. They actually have a running game. They got three decent running backs and J.K. Dobbins, the rookie from Ohio State. They got Gus Edwards, used to play for the U back in the day, and they got Mark
Yeah.
Ingram, who's been hurt here and there, but he's still a decent running back. You add those three and Lamar Jackson, then you've
Right.
got possibly 300 rushing yard games that could possibly happen. But the thing is with the Cleveland Browns, they're also a really good running team. You got Kareem Hunt, and I already talked about Nick Chubb, one of my favorite running backs, just to watch because dude, just you can't bring him down. Like it takes maybe two, three guys or sometimes. And this is a dude who got seriously injured at Georgia when he was in college, and I didn't think he was going to be the same. And he came back even better. So
Minor
make,
setback for a major comeback.
exactly. So I feel they have the running game that will running game. What does it do? It controls the clock. and you control time of possession. But you will be forced to make plays because they're gonna play it in the box, and then you will be forced to make a throw at some point. And right now, I trust Baker Mayfield to make
Yep.
a throw on third down more so than Lamar Jackson. I mean, it's not a huge difference because sometimes Baker Mayfield be fucking up. But for right now, I trust Baker Mayfield and the weapons that they got. They got Jarvis Landry over there. I'm still mad that he's still not with the Dolphins, but it is what it is. It's a business,
I don't mind him not being. I don't mind him not being here. I wanted him here, but I mean, like he was wanting too much money. Like, come on,
Yeah.
man, you not gonna get paid that money for. Even though I think I think you're probably one of the best possession receivers in the league right now, possession receivers. But again, you definitely need a little bit speed behind you, and that's the reason why we couldn't pay you. We tried having you on the outside, as a number one receiver or even a number two receiver. It didn't matter if we're number one, number two, he's still on the outside. And you wasn't able to like get free from any of the corners. So, I think you're a great player, just you want a little too much money. So, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Um,
it is what it is, but now he's on the Browns and he's kind of that safety receiver that Baker Mayfield needs. Like when
Possession.
running, out of a tackle or a sack, which Baker Mayfield does, he scrambles a lot. Landry is usually that receiver that is still running around trying to find an open spot for him to throw to. And I think that is going to be the difference in this game. Baker Mayfield and Jarvis Landry making those type of plays to move the chains. And I feel like the Browns beat the Ravens. They get to 10 wins, which is kind of crazy. If they win this game, they'll have 10 wins. Like, I don't remember the last time the Cleveland Browns were this good. Like, probably Bernie Kosar days. Bernie Kosar from the U.
Yeah, a long time ago. You feel me? When I was young as fuck. You feel me?
Who else they used to have? They had Clay Matthews, the Matthews father.
I'm thinking about what's his name?
Who else? I
I'm
can't
thinking
think
about Jim Brown.
Eric, no, no,
Gotta go way back.
ain't that bad. But Eric Metcalf, who was a baller back in the day too. Yeah, that was the last to me the great Cleveland Browns team. Besides, I don't remember this. Butch Davis used to coach
Yeah,
for the Browns, and he made the playoffs with the Browns.
but I kind of want to forget that year because that was what didn't he leave the University of Miami and
Yeah,
no, and then when he left, he kind of fucked everything else for us. So that I don't even know.
seriously, like if we could just touch on that, like man, Butch Davis leaving in 2000 and 2000 it was
Hmm.
because they played with Larry Coker for the 2001 team, which ends up being the best college football team ever.
Hmm.
That just kind of set us back. Like to be honest, man, I was fortunate enough to meet Larry Coker in person. And when I
Yeah,
met him, yeah, it was off of a whim, man. Like
you
I
don't
got
sound too happy.
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think back because it was such a long time ago, but I got invited to a basketball game, like a UN basketball game, like in the box. Like it was somebody I used to work with. It was like, yo, I got tickets to the game. You want to come through? I was like, yeah, why not? And Larry Coker happened to be in the box, and I met him. And when I met him, I was just like, yo, I don't trust this guy. I don't trust this guy to keep my program going because I don't know. It's like when you just get a vibe from somebody,
It's
like
like an old fogey.
yeah, he's a nice guy. He seemed like a very nice guy and chill, but I didn't feel like
He ain't got
this.
that dog in him.
Right. I didn't feel like I was gonna run through a wall for this guy. Nah, I didn't feel that way at all. And obviously that's what happened with the next few years. We ended up just getting the talent just because of name recognition. But we just steadily fell off, and then it just went into a tailspin after that to Randy Shannon, who could recruit but just couldn't coach. You know, um, And then we went to Al Golden, which was even worse. Couldn't recruit and couldn't coach. It was terrible, but
When it
anyway,
rains, it pours in Miami, man. When it
yeah,
rains, it
it was terrible.
pours.
Now, Bush Davis is out here at FIU, and they're having a terrible season this year, by the way. But that FIU team did beat the U last year. But anyways,
Yeah,
it's just
nobody cares about that right now. We're worried about what we're doing now. We got y'all kicker, and he's winning us games, so I do not care. You know. But but
exactly.
but but but
Back
who
to the
you
game
got?
though. Yeah, so the Browns and I like the Browns to beat the Ravens. I actually think this is not going to be close. We love Lamar Jackson, right? Obviously, his own
Of
team, he
course.
won the Heisman, his story is great, but I don't think this is a game that he performs well, bro. I think because that defense, which I didn't talk about yet, that Cleveland defense is really good. Miles
Miles
Garrett
Garrett.
finally back. Their cornerback from Ohio State. You also have the cornerback from the U there. Like they're a pretty good team overall. I think they beat the Ravens by a good 10 points, I feel. Give me 24-13 Browns.
Okay, and see, this is a game where we do not agree because I really think that the Ravens actually gonna win this game, and the reason why I say that is because like what we said earlier about the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm like, you know, yeah, it's a great story, Cleveland Browns, but it just showed how you blew a team out in the first half, and your just the dysfunction in your organization was creeping back in, and you made these motherfuckers come all the way back. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of the fact if you wasting time, you know, like you said, Chubb was getting his yards later on in the game. Yeah, they're wasting time, but God, like, come on, like, it's like you was just running the ball, then kick, then punt, run and then punt, run and punt, and then
Yeah.
when you punt, they're scoring every time. So that kind of made me feel some type of way because I'm just like, how can you have a team come all the way back like that? You know, and that just shows the dysfunction that we've been saying. Again, we say the Pittsburgh Steelers, they lost one game, but we know that like, y'all suspect. The eye test, the same kind of thing that they're doing in to set up the college playoffs, the eye test. Yeah, I know Ohio State only played a few games, but I think that they're better than a lot more teams. But
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm looking at the Cleveland Browns, and I'm looking at your record. Your record do look good. I mean, anybody in Cleveland that's seen this record for the Cleveland Browns, because historically they've been garbage. Historically, they haven't been a conversation. Just the plain fact that we're talking about them. Normally, we will skip this game to talk about another game, but
Yeah.
this year you're good. We were forced to talk about you. You got a plethora of different people on your team. Great running back. You got a first number one pick in Baker Mayfield. Where even though I like his bravado, I like the way he talked. I like the way he celebrate. That's what I want in a quarterback. They so used to the motherfuckers trying to be like Tom Brady and Eli Manning's no fucking emotion. No, I don't need that quarterback. I need a quarterback like Baker Mayfield. Winning or losing, I do not care. I just love his confidence. I love his bravado. I love his celebration. So, and I love the plain fact. Like, I mean, you got everybody should be a first round pick in fucking Cleveland. You've been garbage for the last 100 years. You should have nothing but first round picks on your team. But I do not think you're gonna win this game. I do not think you're gonna win this game because I think your true colors start shining bright. Even though we know in December both teams, well, not both teams, but every team in the NFL, if you want to play in cold weather, you want to have a good running game. Both teams have good running games, but I think that um, and both got good running quarterbacks. Like you said, Baker Mayfield, he can scramble. Is he a Lamar Jackson? No, but he can give you a few yards. He's not slow. He's not Eli Manning or Tom Brady. He definitely got his young legs, and he definitely could give you a few yards. Now Lamar Jackson, like look, I know he feeling some type of way. He feeling some type of way. They've been losing. It's like right now. I don't know if it's they probably looking at it like a luck thing, as far as like this just my fucking luck. Everybody on our team has COVID. You feel me? And then when they're done with COVID, oh, now I'm on the list. And then now Des Bryant's on the list. And it's just like, when it rains, it pours. So I think, even though they won last week, when he came back, I think it was a later game. I'm not sure, you know. But I heard about it. I didn't even know that they were playing, to be honest with you. But I heard it on the morning show when they was talking about how Lamar Jackson looked great. I think they said that he scored like three touchdowns. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Um,
he did look good in that game, but it's the Cowboys, though, man. Like the Cowboys are just talk about dysfunction.
yeah.
That's a dysfunctional franchise, and it wasn't a good measuring stick to really see how great the Ravens are to me because the Cowboys are just trash.
Okay. So yeah, so we got that, and I think that Lamar Jackson is gonna go ahead and win this with his legs. I think he's gonna be the story. It's gonna be the reason why they actually win. I think both teams are evenly matched. Both teams got good running backs. Both teams got young quarterbacks. Both quarterbacks can actually run. Like you said, they got a player from the U on the Cleveland Browns on the defense, which is always a good. You got Miles Garrett. I think he leads the league in sacks. If it's not T.J. Watt, it's one or the other. Um, Regardless of the fact, I think that it's going to be a defensive game. You're going to get both teams going to have at least 100 yards rushing. But I think that with the Ravens is going to be a combination of players and quarterback to give you that 100-yard rushing. I don't think Lamar Jackson is going to give you too much rushing because I don't think he want to get injured. But I think that he's going to do definitely run the ball. He's going to run the ball. He's going to extend the plays. And give you a few first downs. I mean, it's Lamar Jackson like.
Yeah,
So I say that the Ravens going to go ahead and win this game, 28-21, touchdown win.
all right, cool. That is the Monday night game, so look out for that. We'll see how that turns out, and we'll let each other know who was right on Wednesday. How
Exactly.
we
So
um but we'll see about Wednesday, by the way, because state championships is this week, and it's actually starting on Wednesday, so we might have to.
exactly. So we'll figure that out. We probably do a Tuesday Tuesday podcast instead of a Wednesday. We'll
Yeah,
figure
it
that
might
out.
have to happen like that. But yeah, let's transition to this duck of the week, man,
Whew.
because I just saw while you was just speaking, I just saw the video, right? Like the first thing that comes to mind for me, and by the way, let me just kind of preface up, you know,
What we
tell you,
talking about?
yeah, it's basically a youth football coach out
Hmm.
of Georgia slapped a 9-year-old. Now the 9-year-old did have a helmet on or punch rather.
He
I mean
punched him.
it's being like punched, like he did have a helmet on, yeah, but like you're punching a 9-year-old in front of all the other players. Everything is on camera these days. It's 2020.
Where's the
Doing-
parents?
You doing something like that, like
Where's the parents?
when I don't probably filming that shit and probably getting this dude arrested. I hope it's something like that.
So I would have been getting myself arrested.
Yeah,
My kid.
man. Me too, because I'm probably gonna catch a charge for real. If you put your hands on, like for what? I understand, like maybe holding them like by the shoulder pads, or just giving them a little slap on the helmet or a slap on the shoulder pads, or something like that. If they're not doing what they're supposed to do, but for you to kind of like try to punch this man like you were fighting a grown man, like because that's how he, in my opinion, when I just saw it just now, how it looked. It looked like, okay, you tried to hurt a grown man or like disrespect someone that was either your size or your age. It's just ridiculous, man. Like you said, Wes, I think I would not know how to hold my emotions in that moment. And I'm probably gonna do whatever I can to whoop that motherfucker's ass. Like, because that's just uncalled for. Like, he's a 9-year-old. Of course, first of all, he's a 9-year-old, and 9-year-olds are gonna fuck up. You know, why are you taking youth football that seriously? You know, like, he's a 9-year-old. This is not high school. This is not college. You know, like, where potential dollars, I guess, are more online, but you're a coach anyway. Those dollars ain't going to you, you know? Like, even if it was a parent, I would be like, yeah, that's not a good look to do that, like, out in the public like that. Even as a parent, I'd feel that way, let alone you a coach. You're just a coach. I don't know if the coach was related to the kid or not, but any way you look at this is a terrible look for football, youth football coaches. He was a black coach, so it's not a good look for him even being black. Georgia, every way you look at it, it's just a bad look, and it was a disgrace, terrible to see. And I'm glad that's not my son, but if it was, there would be some problems. You
Shit,
feel me?
you definitely absolutely right. Like once I seen that shit, I was like, what the fuck? Like you had LeBron James tweeting about this, you had Shannon Sharp tweeting about this, or other celebrities tweeting about this, but I didn't need the celebrities to know right from wrong. I would have beat this motherfucker ass if I would like it just kind of make you think like, damn, like what the fuck this motherfucker be doing in practice? What he be doing when the parents are not there? What he be doing
Exactly.
like the fuck are you
Exactly,
doing?
because this looked like it was a game. Like, it was either before the game or halftime or after the game, because
Yeah,
they were all in uniform. They weren't in, like, their practice gear. Yeah,
to the
man.
point, punch him so hard. The kid fell on his back. Like, I'm like, what the hell is going on over here, man? At the end of the day, man, he's definitely the duck of the week, duck of 2020, not just duck of the week. Like, how can you be a grown man, a coach, let alone a coach, and not be able to control your anger like that? But then you want to speak to the kids and tell them hold their emotions in. It's just a game. Hold shake people's hands. It's just a game. Win or lose, shake their hands. But you can't even motherfucking hold your composure with a kid for whatever he's doing. Like 9 year olds, 10 years old, those little kids, they're gonna do dumb shit. You feel me?
Yeah,
But they're not gonna do shit to the point where you gotta physically abuse them. I
right.
could have sworn they got away from corporal punishment a long time ago. Let alone, I mean, a few years back, they were speaking on college football players, and coaches, same way. Coaches grabbing their helmet and talking some type of way or this, that, and the other. And they outlawed that in college football. So what makes you this coach think that he can go ahead and do this to this little 9 year old like that? Whoever their parents were, like, I'm sorry, I would have been in this motherfucker chest because yeah, you stay in my city. I know what the fuck you coach. You feel me? And police ain't gonna be there every fucking time. I'm sorry, it would have been a problem. It would have been a problem. West would have been going to jail. It would have been the end of the MarcWes Sport Podcast. Look, it would have been going down because any motherfucking, like, it don't even need to be my kid. It could be any family member. It could be my homeboy's son, and I see that, and I'm gonna
Right,
go handle shit. You
right.
know, anybody close in my circle, family, friends, my kid, is not going down. And that
Yeah,
motherfucker need to be thrown in fucking jail.
yeah,
And y'all motherfuckers in jail, watch the video too. And do the same thing to his bitch ass when he's in there. You feel me?
yeah.
So he's the fucking duck of the fucking week.
Definitely duck of the week, duck of the month, like candidates of duck of the year. We should have like a duck of the year, like an awards, like an award ceremony. Like,
Exactly, exactly,
he
exactly.
definitely nominated for duck of the year for sure.
So now we're
I,
gonna go ahead and transition to the Benjamin report.
oh, but
Like
before
Marcus.
that,
Before
before
that,
that, before we do that, I wanted to talk about the one topic I wanted to talk about, like, how you see how we are sensitive for for good reason in that last situation we was talking about, that last topic with the duck of the week. But there's situations now in life where shit is way too sensitive, bruh. So this week, a player out of UNLV came out and apologized. He was on a reality show called, some kind of reality show where they're on a yacht or whatever, and there's these yacht parties. I guess I don't know. My wife watches it, and on the show, the dude ate some food, some sushi actually, off of a naked model. Okay,
Where
and
was
at
that though?
first,
Where was that? Where was that? What was on her breast? What was on her sack? What was it?
I don't even know. I don't even know the details of it. Just for that, I am gonna look it up and see exactly where on this body that he he took some sushi off of. Yeah. So he ate that raw fish off of off of this woman, and then had to apologize. Well, I don't know if he had to, but he just did it out of his, maybe he was feeling heat from his classmates or his coaches or whatnot.
What?
And he came out and apologized for it. And I'm like, damn, this is where we are in
Why the fuck is
2020.
he apologizing? Like he's a fucking like look, he did not do anything bad. Like
Right,
it's not like he has sex with a prostitute. And even
right,
even that, you feel me? Like it's questionable on people beliefs because you got Nevada, you got Las Vegas, we
right.
know what happens in brothels and
Exactly.
stuff like that.
And this
You
is
know that
UNLV too.
exactly. That's the oldest business, for the longest, prostitution and shit. But he was not even doing that. He just was having a meal on, a beautiful model. And I seen a show something like that, whereas they had to eat something off of a model, or whatnot. They even have stuff down here like that. You know that, Marcus? They have like shit like that in South Beach where the model is the table and you're eating food off of her body. Now,
Oh,
I know my wife is not going down for that. It's not going down. You feel me? So don't even try. You feel me? And I know your wife ain't going down for it neither.
unless
So
she's
so
right there with me doing it.
even so, it's just like it's gonna make. I wouldn't even put my wife in that situation. It's kind of awkward. You feel me? Like, damn, I can't even fucking look at the damn table. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, what is she doing? He looking at her breasts? Like, is he fucking her? You know, So I don't even need that pressure. Maybe if it was like me, you, and Chris out, have a nigga day out, and we go out have drinks and we have our lunch over there, cool. You
Yeah.
know, but I can't do that with my wife. She, now myself, I'm gonna be a little too subconscious. Like, anything that I do, I think I'm getting in trouble. So, food for advice, food for thought. Marcus, no, please don't do
Yeah.
it. I mean,
Yeah.
but I don't know why he had to apologize. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. The society I feel we live in. I feel like we just oversensitive about a lot of things. I feel like things get blown up out of proportion, and the outside of sports. I'm gonna tell you another topic that came up this week, but it was similar to the situation with this one. So this white girl came out and said she got accepted to Spelman, which of
okay,
course is
black
historically black
college.
college and university, all girl campus. She came out. She was accepted to Spelman and said, "Yeah, I'm going to Spelman, home of Black Girl Magic," and she got destroyed for this. She got destroyed for this. And I personally think, like, why? Why are you getting destroyed for this? Like, you're praising, you're happy you're going to a school. You got accept. Well, first of all, you applied you wanted to go to a HBCU. So obviously you appreciate
Hold
the
on, hold
culture.
on, hold on. Why you think so? Who who goes to HBCUs beside the women, the men?
What you
And I'm just saying, you feel me?
yeah.
Like sometimes they want to have a little taste of the other side. You feel me?
I see what you said.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, so maybe that's it. Maybe, maybe that's the point. Maybe that's why these black women got so mad. They were like, oh yeah, y'all trying to take some of my chocolate over here, some of our chocolate, man. Maybe that's the situation, but I just don't understand like why people were so up in arms about her coming out and saying that, hey, you know, I want to, I'm going to a school home of Black Girl Magic. Well, what's your thoughts on that, real quick?
I mean, you know, that's the problem with people. People that tweet shit out, you gotta tweet it a certain way so people could really understand what your train of thought was. You can't tweet it out and think that people are inside your head and know what you really meant by that. You know, like you could go either way with that. You know, but I wouldn't have felt some type of way. Why? Because like you said, she applied over there. She was happy to go over there, and they was happy to accept her. You know, but it's a bigger not problem, but yeah, it's a bigger problem. You feel me? Like, cause these HBCUs not they say HBCU, but like it normally be Caucasians going over there now. It's not really, you got black people going, but a
Yeah.
lot of them, like, it's not. I don't know why would you say it at HBCU, because like 90% of the students is Caucasian. So that's
Nah,
another topic.
90.
No, 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 no. They like, I was watching some shit. They was talking about um Deion Sanders and the stuff like that, and that's the numbers that they put out there. There's like a
Oh,
lot of these HBCUs, like 90% is Caucasian. I was shocked too. That's the only reason why I'm saying it on the show. I did not do the research, but again, if I seen it on a platform that I feel like they're not gonna be saying bullshit, let me
yeah.
just go ahead and use their statistics.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know why she need to say sorry. At the end of the day, who was the one that was kind of feeling some type of way about it? Was it the black women, or was it the white um women
It was,
that
it was the
felt some
black
type of
women. It was the black women.
black
Just
black y'all girls need it. Y'all black women need to calm down and find something else to argue about. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, like, it's a free country. Black people want to be treated equally and fairly and not be judged. And then look at you're being a fucking hypocrite, and you're fucking judging her for tweeting something. And not just that, but you got to understand, they come from a different world. They're not thinking about racism sometimes when they tweet out shit. They just tweet out shit. And if you grow up in a certain environment, because I know some people that they be saying some slick ass shit, you but it's not slick if you're speaking to another white person, but it's slick as fuck if you're talking to a black person. But
Yeah.
again, they normally around white people. Who am I normally around? Marcus, who are you normally around? I'm normally around black people. I mean, do I have white people in my circle? Of course. You feel me? I'm not racist. I got some of my closest homeboys are white. So it doesn't even matter to me. But again, it's a difference. I think we have this view because we grew up in Miami. We have different cultures, white, black, different
Yeah.
ethnicities,
That's
so it's
true.
easier for us to kind of see where she's coming from compared to somewhere like from Indiana or from Louisiana or from these certain Alabamas, these certain schools that you're not gonna find. Of course, we know there are black people everywhere, but school wise, it's just like going to Disney World. When you went to Disney World, how many black people you seen? Y'all seen black people, but 90% was white. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yo, this shit is really telling to me every time I go to these games. Like every time I go to a football game, like, obviously I'm going to the game today, it's 90% white. Like, I'm like, damn, like, where are all these white people? Where they at?
I
Where they
don't remember
live?
be seeing all these white people. That's what you got to go to Aventura to see them like that. Cause like you go to like again, you going from Overtown to Little Haiti to No Miami to No Miami Beach to Kansas
Right,
City. You
exactly.
feel me? That's all black. I don't see too many white people. You feel
Right.
me? In North Miami Beach, you got that Jewish neighborhood.
Yeah.
You may find them. They're more Sunny Isles. They're more Aventura. They on the outskirts. We're in the inskirts. We're in the trenches, and they're on the outskirts. But hey,
Yeah. So it is what it is. I just wanted to speak about that. So I'll go into the bedroom report a little bit, and I'm actually gonna lead off with NMB, bro. Guess what? NMB beat Killian last night, bro.
that's the play.
NMB beat Killian last night in a big surprise. So NMB, huh?
What was the score?
I think it was like 24-13, something like that. So they won by.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
It was a
Our
two-score
alma
game.
mater. Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's crazy because NMB is undermanned. Players are playing both ways. It's the same. Bertani's still over there doing work. But yeah, they're able to. They got a really good safety over there. His name escapes me at the moment, but I'll mention him in the bedroom report. But he is definitely a playmaker for the Chargers, and they're moving on to the Tri-County Championship game against Dillard for the 6A 1A gold bracket. So we'll see what happens there. I mean, it's going to be an interesting game, but I'm glad to see NMB. I'm glad to see NMB. Chris over here talking about fuck Brittany.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see NMB move on, and at least they're playing for something in this COVID year. Yeah, it's the Tri-County Championship, but we already know the best players come from, the Tri-County area. So we'll see what happens when they play Dillard. I happen to see both teams this year. So I'll talk about my picks once we get to Wednesday on both on that game. But last night was all about the South Florida sweep, baby. The South Florida sweep is still in
Once
effect.
again.
The South Florida sweep is still in effect. And for those that don't know, the South Florida sweep is winning the championship in every championship game that they're in. Now, there's 8 classes. We usually don't make the 1A class because we have one team, which is Pahokee, and they were out of it just because of they opted out. So they're in the Tri-County and they got beat by Dillard, so they wouldn't be in it anyway. But 1A is the smallest. It's the rural area. We don't really have rural areas like that in 1A. But from 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A, we still have a team in contention to win the championship. Although Miami Palmetto plays today, they play tonight. So we'll see what they do against Kissimmee Osceola. They're the last team to really kind of go on to the state title game. But 7A, St. Thomas blew out Bloomingdale. Yeah, they went there, did some shopping, got some shopping bags in Bloomingdale, and blew the doors off of Bloomingdale. They move on to the state championship in a rematch of last year against Edgewater, which was a great game. Came down to the final play. So that's the only rematch. We're going to get it in the state championship game next year, St. Thomas versus Edgewater. Going down to 6A, Miami Central last night, the game I was at, they blew Palmetto out of Trash Powell Stadium last night. It was not close. At first, Palmetto did score the first touchdown, but at halftime, it was 27-7. And their sophomore quarterback, the kid looks like he's 12 years old. He just got that baby face. He's actually a sophomore, but the kid's a lefty, and he throws dimes. The kid throws dimes.
Why not?
5 touchdown passes last night. 2 to the Texas A&M commit, Keith Brown, who's a baller, and then the other Texas A&M commit, Amari Daniels, had a big touchdown run in this game. Their defense was great as well. T2 had a pretty decent game, couple of tackles. Terrence Lewis just decommitted from Tennessee. It seems like he's likely going to Auburn and not Miami, but we'll see, because this week also is early signing day. Early signing day is this Wednesday coming up. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, players can actually sign early to the team. The Miami Hurricanes are expected to have damn near all of their players sign early this week. So look out for that this week. The only other player that I think might be maybe flipping could be Brashard Smith. I heard he may be thinking about Florida again, as he was originally. So I don't know. Look out for that. That's just a rumor. But besides that, with the Central game, the quarterback, his name Keon Jenkins, but they call him Lights Out. Like, of course, I know all the journalists like in the area, including Donovan Campbell for Channel 7. Yeah, I don't know if you know him, West. Black dude for Channel 7.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Donovan Campbell. Like he didn't know the last night he was at the game. He's at most games. He
Okay.
did not know the name of the quarterback. So he was asking the players and the coaches. He asked about 7 people. He was like, "Oh, what's his name?" And they all said Lights Out. They were like, "What's his real name?" They were like, "Oh, we don't know."
That's a good thing.
I was
That
like,
is a good thing when they know your nickname before your real name. That's what's
yeah,
up. That's
for
gonna
real.
stick. Mm-hmm.
For real. So Lights Out is, that's his name. Donovan Campbell had to come to me. It was like, yo, I know you know. What's his real name? And I was like, Keon Jenkins. So yeah, so he throwing dimes last night, 5 touchdown passes. He just looked good. He looked comfortable in the pocket. His first time with Miami Central, he actually transferred from Miami Carroll City. But Miami Carroll City lost a lot of players from last year, so he decided to come over to Miami Central. So it's his first time being in the state championship game next week. They play Lake Minneola, a team out of the Orlando area. I know a couple of players from that team just based on the football hotbed camps that I attended. So they got some players, but I don't think it'll be enough. I think Miami Central cruises to another championship, and this would be back to back for Miami Central.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely. Before you go on to the next game,
yeah,
I gotta put my homeboy Woody son on blast. You feel me? Getting a little interception late in the game. Number 26, KJ. You feel me? You did your thing. Keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you win that state.
yeah, yeah. I actually have a video of him that I actually just posted with him making a tackle. I didn't see the interception, but it was kind of late in the game. The game had already been decided, but they got ballers all over the field. His official name is Elijah Voltaire.
Hmm.
So yeah, him and along with the other defensive backs, pretty much locked down that Palmetto offense. Now Palmetto has some good players on defense, but they didn't have enough offense to really kind of keep up with a team like Miami Central.
Of
Now the
course, of
one,
course.
yeah, of course not, man. Come on, this Dade County, baby.
Hmm.
But the last game where the South Florida team won the semifinal game was a close game against Tampa Jesuit, American Heritage Plantation. She pulled it out with a last second field goal from 41 yards too. So which is pretty good for a high school kicker.
Yeah.
Uh, but for him to hit that, I mean, some NFL kickers will miss a 41 yarder in a game winning situation. So
You want to come to the Yukon?
yeah, yeah. I mean, we already got our kicker though with Borg Allison.
Regardless, and then his little
Brother.
brother. Yeah.
Yeah, that kid is nice too, man. Like, so the fact that he's as good as young as he is, well, we set for kicker for the next 4 years.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, so American Heritage won the last game, so the South Florida sweep is still in effect because 5A won. We'll see what Miami Palmetto does tonight. State championships start on Wednesday. We'll have Chaminade and Champagnat playing in the first games on Wednesday, deciding the state championship. I did want to just mention that Miami Central, if they win a state championship this year, they'll be in a tie for the most state championships from schools from Dade County
Or
with
Western.
with Miami Northwest. Miami Northwestern has 7. Currently, Central has 6. So if they win this, they're going to tie for 7. So we'll see if that happens. And then also St. Thomas can I believe take the lead in state championships if they win theirs and Bowles loses. Now Bowles is playing Cardinal Gibbons in 4A. So you got Cardinal Gibbons. They got to stop Bowles from winning and win their championship out of Fort Lauderdale, and then also St. Thomas wins. So basically, they tried to take the state championships away from us. It felt like this season with COVID, but they can't do it. And this would be the most hilarious year if they go ahead and do it, especially with Miami Palmetto, which was basically like the only team out in 8A. They don't even have a quarterback, bruh. And if they fuck around and win 8A, that will be the biggest story of the South Florida sweep.
Oh, that's the one I want to win the most in. You feel me? Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens tonight. And we'll also see what happens tonight with the Hurricanes and North Carolina. I'll be at the game. I'm gonna get ready right now to get out of here so I can make it to the stadium, do a little pre-writing. So look out for any tweets or on @_Benjamin Report. But that's all I got with the Benjamin Report for this week.
All right, so that's gonna end this week's episode on the MarcWes Sports Podcast. We'll see you guys in 2 more days on Tuesday. Like Marcus said, where he's gonna be covering the state championship games, and yeah, you guys use these picks, make some money. See you guys on Tuesday. Peace.